Tonight on DC News Now, trouble off the field. A UMD football player charged with DUI. A live report from College Park.
I think that my son's legacy is to get some things done to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Turning heartbreak into change to make flying safer. Hear from the first family to file a lawsuit following the deadly mid-air collision over the Potomac.
Football game safety, the beefed up security, allowing one local high school team back under Friday night lights.
More rain and some thunderstorm chances out there for your Thursday, tracking the latest.
Superbug that's tough to treat is spreading fast. The medical advice to keep your family safe.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. People in the DMV experienced a pretty soggy and muggy day. It feels like a bit of summer, even though we are in fall.
It certainly does. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer is here. We see behind you, we still see some green on the map there on the radar.
Yeah, still, we had a thunderstorm roll through Anne Arundel County that's continuing to lift its way north and eastward. Otherwise, we are still dealing with some lingering, very spotty showers at this point. So yes, we do have some lightning popping up on the map over the water there towards the Chesapeake, over towards the Baltimore metro area, but back here locally, we are seeing a couple of those lingering lighter rain showers, mainly along and south of 66. So right around Warrenton, seeing some lighter rain showers and expanding farther south and west down towards the Culpeper area. Visibility reduced too. So we're talking about some patchy fog, a little bit of those lighter rain showers as well, down to 3 miles in Manassas, Frederick 2, down about a mile in Martinsburg, as well as Woodstock. So expect to see some of that patchy fog even through the overnight, even into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures out there right now still on the warm side thanks to the cloud cover sticking around along with the showers. Upper 60s to lower 70s right now, and those dew points, those are still elevated, so still feeling humid out there at this moment. Still likely feeling humid out there tomorrow. More rain chances on the way, especially tomorrow morning, and then we're talking about thunderstorm chances tomorrow afternoon. I'll go over all those details and timing. Also timing out the rest of that 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
New tonight, a University of Maryland football player is arrested for DUI after crashing his car into Looney's Pub parking garage. This was just outside of campus. It happened overnight on Baltimore Ave.
Our Yamari Sisay joining us live tonight in College Park. And Yamari, the university says they are aware of the player's arrest.
Yeah, that's right. That football player is Daniel Lee Holmes. He's a 19-year-old football player at University of Maryland. I want you to see the damage that led to police arriving to this scene. You can see these big skid marks on the wall, the bricks damaged inside, just a lot going on right here on this wall. And that's where his car had hit, and that's what caused police to arrive. That sound for the crash. Now, police and the university athletics confirmed the driver was 19-year-old Daniel Lee Holmes. According to his bio, he's a redshirt freshman football player who went to high school at Gonzaga. University of Maryland police say they heard the crash just after 1 this morning and rushed inside. They found a green Dodge sedan at the exit. The front end smashed into the wall. And police say Holmes smelled of alcohol, failed sobriety test, and was taken into custody. Now, Holmes was later released, but he's now facing multiple DUI charges. Now, no one else was hurt in the crash. The University Athletics did confirm that they are working with this internally. But overall, you can just see how much damage he did cause with his vehicle last night right here on this wall. Now, reporting in College Park, I'm Yamari Sisay.
Yamari, thank you. New details about a deadly hit-and-run crash in Maryland we first told you about last night, killing a woman in Wheaton. Montgomery County police say they're now searching for a silver Audi like the one you see on your screen. And they believe the car will have damage to its windshield and headlights. Investigators say that the crash left a 52-year-old woman in the street right near Veers Mill Road. She later died at the hospital. They say the driver took off from the scene, and if you have any information, police want to hear from you.
An update on a developing story in Northern Virginia. Fairfax County police officer is now on restricted duty for allegedly hitting a woman while responding to a hit and run. Police releasing this photo. Investigators say this black Mercedes initially hit that woman. It happened in Hybla Valley at the intersection of Richmond Highway and Belford Drive just after 8:30 last night. Police say Trina Jones was hit crossing this intersection. An officer then hit Jones while responding to this scene. 62-year-old Alexandria woman later died at the hospital. Anyone with information about this deadly collision is asked to call Fairfax County Police.
Let's take a live look outside right now at Reagan National. There have been several changes made since January's deadly midair collision over the Potomac. After years of near misses and congested flight routes, there are now tighter guidelines on who can fly near DCA. The initial findings into the cause of the crash include problems aboard the Black Hawk helicopter, issues we discovered that were documented for years on similar military missions.
DC News Now's Ben Dennis uncovered those complaints. And Ben, with all that we've learned in the last 8 months, more changes now could be on the way to Reagan National.
Yeah, that's a point of fact. In fact, when is unknown. However, in the 8 months since 67 souls perished on the Potomac River, we still don't know if more changes could come about. The flight path has changed of the Potomac River, as have bills been introduced in Congress to prevent another tragedy from happening. From lawmakers,
I have to say I find that shocking.
To aviation investigators,
Clearly something was missed.
and loved ones of victims.
I think that my son's legacy is to get some things done to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Scrutiny has been stiff since January's fatal midair crash, prompting significant changes to the airspace around Reagan National Airport. Low-flying helicopters no longer a frequent sight over the Potomac River. The flight path is now only largely allowed in emergencies and for presidential travel.
I feel a little bit safer, that they're actually doing something about it.
Meantime, initial findings into the crash uncovered the FAA failed to address years of near-miss complaints near the airport.
There does seem to be an issue with identifying emerging trends.
The FAA said they'd use AI to look into safety reports to potentially highlight other vulnerable areas. The probe also uncovered potential causes of the crash, including communications problems with flight tracking data and audio between the tower and the Black Hawk helicopter, plus night vision goggles the crew likely wore. Goggles help brighten dark areas, but light pollution in urban environments like DC and near the airport can cause blind spots.
Goggles actually make it worse down there.
It might not be the direct cause, but it certainly could be a potentially contributing factor.
Earlier this year, we discovered years of visibility complaints from military pilots wearing night vision goggles, including during near misses, an issue even the government acknowledged.
Pilots using night vision goggles are unable to see certain lights.
Now, the final report into exactly what happened in January is still being worked on, coming up at 10 o'clock, when federal officials hope to get that complete and out into the public. Several bills are in Congress right now to crack down even further, also going after better communication with flight tracking data on military helicopters like those Blackhawks, and to cut down on the sheer congestion that's here at Reagan runways. In Arlington, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, Ben, meanwhile, all new tonight in Prince George's County, Wise High School can once again play under the lights. School district moved their football games from Friday nights to Saturday afternoons because of fights and a robbery during last week's game against rival Flowers High School. From now on, extra security, though, will be in place. Only students from the schools that are playing can attend. They must also show a student ID to enter, and they can only be in the stands, concessions, or restroom area.
It could take longer than expected to build the new housing at the old RFK Stadium site in the district. The council chair says phase 1 was supposed to open alongside the stadium itself in 2030, but it could take several years longer because the campus needs to be rezoned. The D.C. Council just last week passed the $4 billion deal to bring the Commanders back to the district. Now, the agreement includes a 65,000-seat stadium, 6,000 residential units, with a third of that having to be affordable housing, plus green space, garages, and a sportsplex.
In order for it to be rezoned, there has to be an amendment to the comprehensive plan. And in order for there to be an amendment to the comprehensive plan, not only does legislation have to be submitted to the council, but then it has to go through National Capital Planning Commission review. These steps will take time.
That's Council Chair Phil Mendelson, who says once the zoning issue is resolved, the product designs will still have to be approved, and that could take 3 years or even longer. New tonight, a push to save DC's new beloved Go-Go Museum. Organizers saying that they need to raise $500,000 to keep the doors open. They are kicking off the campaign on October 4th. The space in Anacostia officially opened back in February, and officials say they've had thousands of visitors ever since. But now they need help preserving this history. Mayor Muriel Bowser made Go-Go the official music of the district back in 2020, and the city kickstarted building the museum, funding 80%, but the rest the community raised.
Staying in the district, a man rescued from the tidal basin after a scooter crashed near the National Mall. It happened around 7:45 this morning. You can see here at DC Fire and EMS, they pulled that man to safety. Now, two bystanders who jumped in to help the man were able to get themselves out and were not hurt. The crash, though, startling people along the mall.
Very scary. I've ridden those scooters a couple times myself, and granted I'm older, but they're pretty scary. I think a lot of people aren't aware of the hazards and aren't familiar with the scooters themselves.
Yeah, it's still not clear yet what caused the rider to crash his scooter into the tidal basin.
You may want to consider slowing down in Maryland. The state releasing a new tiered ticketing system, which means the faster you go, the more you'll pay. The fines start at $40 for up to 15 over the speed limit, but lead-footed drivers going 40 miles faster, you'll be getting a $425 ticket. The Traffic Safety Committee saying speeding is a factor in many of the deaths along the highway, so getting people to pump the brakes will save lives.
The idea is to get people to slow down and be conscious of the speed.
I think that'll stop a lot of people.
The new fines for these automated speed cameras, they start October 1st.
And heads up for Metro riders. Buses will replace trains at stations on the blue, silver, and orange lines this weekend. It's because crews will be doing maintenance on the tracks. So on the blue line, the shuttles will run between Foggy Bottom and Pentagon Station. So that means there will be no blue line service at Pentagon, Pentagon City, and Crystal City. However, the yellow line will still run. Silver and orange lines will run between Foggy Bottom and Courthouse.
Coming up on DC News Now.